Cleveland moving it up. Smith with the ball. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Smith.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Teron Lue.
Coach didn't mince words for his team, telling them that even though they took game one, they'll need to come out and play the same way to keep home court advantage. He said, so far, we've just held serve, and it's only going to get tougher from here on out.
Thank you, Doris.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
Outside Irving. To the paint. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Knicks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Roten. Here's Mr. Clutch. He kicks to Roten. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Smith's got his first points of the night.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Anthony with the pass to Mr. Clutch. Dishes to Roten, and there's the pass to Mr. Clutch. It's stolen by Smith. Pass to Irving from pass. The arc, they get it again. Thompson, the layup off target.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And he gets one to fall, and now 1 out of his first 4.
There's a screen. Here's Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Passes to Mr. Clutch. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the first. From deep. No good. And Cleveland the other way now.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Smith wide open. He fires. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Smith's got his second basket.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Reggie Evans comes in for Cleveland. Channing Fries checked in for Tristan Thompson. Smith comes in for Reggie Evans. And Irving subbed in for Jose Calderon. And then for New York, Zinkus, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Mr. Clutch in for Shumpert. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And New York looking at who they've got. Mr. Clutch, he's in at shooting guard. Aflalo is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Sanders, and it's Roten in at the point guard position. Here's Mr. Clutch, following the basket by Kyrie Irving.
They're not going to run that play very often, but hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that 3.
James kicks to Smith. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 6 points for him. with the triple.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from LeBron.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 9 points in the game so far. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. Freak number 1. And, of course, LeBron James.
And whether it's been attacking off the bounce or pulling up, both these guys have been lighting it up.
And Cleveland making a change here. Roberts checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Lopez comes in for Larry Sanders. And it's Gerald Green in for Aaron Aflalo. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers played really well. He had 12 points and added a few rebounds as well. This outing just the latest from him in what has been an incredible display of basketball.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Lopez left side. Here's Mr. Clutch. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Mr. Clutch has got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there. Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Clark, it's about how much more focused they are offensively here. They're trying to make up some ground.
For the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. Evans comes in for LeBron. And it's Calderon in for Kyrie Irving. Williams, he's checked in for New York. Shumpert comes in for Tony Wroten. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 12. One-on-one fast break. Here's Smith. Great D that time from Green. New York leading by 3. .146 left in the first half. New York, no good that time either.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for New York.
They definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
New York's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. No good from Mr. Clutch.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Evans setting the pick for Calderon. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Smith, no good.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they got to do it fast. They must hurry from here. Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win. The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Jump shot is good that time. Mr. Clutch has got 11 here in this quarter alone. And the first half comes to...
No, Carmelo, after this first half of play, what do you believe the team needs to focus on?
And thanks for joining us once more as we get set to continue our coverage of the Eastern Conference Center.
For Mr. Clutch, he's got 14 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Channing Frye out there with LeBron James. And it's Thompson in at the center position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Tries again, and it's good on the layup. Thompson's got his third bucket of the night.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defenses better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low-post defense.
Good, nice play there from Mr. Clutch. But this game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
And the jam by J.R. Smith.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
Some urgency from him there.
Hey, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Anthony, the pass to Mr. Clutch. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Down low, the screen from Thompson. Frye, good.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 1 points in the game, and he gets it to go.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Anthony against LeBron. For 3. Rebounded by Mr. Clutch. The Knicks leading by 3. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And again, it's New York.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Irving dishes to James. Smith for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open. It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
And so here is New York, following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep.
He totally